Level 1. The Runner. It starts with a door closing behind you. The room smells like stale cigarettes and espresso. 3 men sit at the table. No introductions. Just silence and eyes that measure everything about you. A thick envelope slides across the table. "Deliver it," one of them says. "Don't open it." That's your first rule. You nod before your brain catches up. Your hand takes the envelope. Your life quietly changes direction. Outside, the night air feels colder than it should. You walk 4 blocks to a black sedan waiting at the curb. You're not told who's inside. You're not supposed to ask. You hand the envelope through the window. The man inside doesn't look at you. He counts $8,000 in cash, wrapped tight with a rubber band. You wait for instructions. "Tell Carlo it's short 200, the man says. Then the window slides shut. That's how it begins. Small errands, small risks. You run envelopes, packages, messages. Sometimes cash, sometimes something heavier, sometimes something you pretend not to notice. Nobody explains the structure. You learn it by watching. The soldiers wear tailored jackets and expensive watches. The captains speak less, but everyone listens when they do. And the boss, you only hear his name in lowered voices. Respect is currency. Silence is survival. You earn $300 a night doing deliveries. Sometimes $1,000 if it's late, and the route crosses neighborhoods where sirens are common. None of the money touches your name. You exist in the gray. Your job is simple. Move things, ask nothing, remember everything. At first, your stomach tightens every time a police cruiser passes. Your palms sweat when you walk into a bar full of men who already know what you're carrying. But something changes after the 10th run, then the 50th, then the 100th. Fear dulls. Patterns appear. You notice which streets the patrol cars avoid after midnight. You learn which bartenders keep quiet for $200 tips. You memorize the rhythm of the city when the law falls asleep, and the men upstairs notice, because reliability is rare. One night, the envelope doesn't contain money. It contains a photograph. A man standing outside a hardware store. You're told to wait in a car across the street. 2 soldiers arrive 20 minutes later. You hear shouting, then a gunshot. 1 shot. The soldiers return. Calm. Drive. You do. No questions. That's the moment something inside you shifts. You crossed a line without touching the trigger, and now they know you can live with it. 3 days later, a captain calls your name. "Kid," he says. You're ready for real work. Level 2, the associate. Your phone rings at 3:12 a.m. "Come to the club," the voice says. No explanation. When you arrive, the back office is full. Cigarette smoke hangs like fog. A ledger sits open on the table. Numbers, debts, collections. You are not a runner anymore. Now you collect. That means knocking on doors where people already know why you're there. First job, a sports bar owner who owes $2,400 from a gambling loan. You arrive at 10 a.m. before the lunch crowd. He pretends he forgot. You remind him, not loudly, just calmly. The rules at this level are simple. You represent the family, but you're not made yet. You have protection, but it's conditional. You earn money, but none of it belongs to you. You bring in $50,000 this month through collections and betting operations. Your cut, $6,000, cash. Clean hands, dirty money. You start wearing better suits. You upgrade your apartment. You learn which restaurants keep private tables in the back. You feel important, but you're still expendable. Associates take the fall when things go wrong. One night a debtor refuses to pay. You visit again, this time with a soldier. The man keeps arguing. The soldier doesn't. 2 broken fingers later, the debt suddenly becomes manageable. You don't look away. Because if you do, they'll notice. Your mind starts adjusting. Violence becomes math. Pain becomes leverage. The system rewards results. Your phone fills with new contacts. Bookmakers, bartenders, mechanics, nightclub managers. Each one feeding small streams of money upward. You keep 15%. The rest flows to soldiers and captains above you. That's the structure. Money climbs. Power flows down. And reputation moves faster than both. Word spreads that you're reliable. That you show up. That you don't panic. That you never skim from the top. Those things matter. Because one night a captain invites you to dinner. Not business. Dinner. That's when you realize the next door is about to open. Level 3. The made man. The ceremony happens in a quiet basement. 4 men stand around a small table. A candle burns between them. You prick your finger with a needle. A drop of blood stains a picture of a saint. From now on, the boss says, this family comes before everything. You burn the card in your hands. Ash falls onto the table. You betray us, he continues. And you burn the same way. You nod. Just like that, you become a made man, untouchable by anyone outside the family, but permanently owned by it. Your world changes overnight. Associates now answer to you. You run operations, sports betting, loan sharking, a construction union racket that funnels $70,000 a month through inflated contracts. You carry authority, but also expectation. Every week you deliver envelopes upstairs. Never late, never light. The boss doesn't care how you earn the money, only that it arrives. This level teaches the deeper rules. Information is more powerful than violence. Knowing who cheats on their taxes, who owes gambling debts, who hides cash from their partners, these secrets become weapons. You start building files in your head. People become leverage. But the job also demands loyalty tests. One night, a soldier from another crew is suspected of skimming. The captain hands you a gun. You handle it. No speeches, just instruction. You find the soldier at a warehouse. He tries explaining. You already know the rules. No trial. No debate. You pull the trigger once. The sound echoes inside the building. For a moment, your chest tightens. Then it passes. Because this system rewards obedience, not hesitation. After that night, your reputation hardens. You're trusted, which means more responsibility and more enemies. Level 4. The crew leader. You sit at the head of a long table in the back room of a restaurant. 5 associates report to you now. Each one runs smaller operations. You're not collecting money anymore. You're managing it. Your crew clears nearly $300,000 a month through gambling rings, union kickbacks, and nightclub protection. Your share alone reaches $40,000 monthly. None of it touches banks. Everything moves through cash, safe houses, and quiet investments in legitimate businesses. This level is about control. You solve problems before they reach the captains. A bartender talks too much? Handled. A debtor tries disappearing? Found. An associate grows greedy? Replaced. Leadership inside the family doesn't look dramatic. It looks efficient. Quiet meetings, careful threats, calculated generosity. You lend money to struggling businesses and make them loyal forever. You help a politician fund his campaign and gain access to permits no one else gets. Power expands through networks, but pressure grows too. Because every mistake your crew makes becomes your responsibility. One night an associate botches a debt collection. Police get involved. The captain calls you personally. You fix this, he says. So you do. You pay lawyers, you silence witnesses, you move the associate to another city. Problem erased. But the message is clear. You're valuable now, which means expectations double, and scrutiny never stops. Level 5. The captain. Promotion doesn't come with applause, just a quiet conversation. You're taking over the Brooklyn crew, the boss says. That crew controls docks, trucking routes, and construction permits. Millions move through those channels every year. Now it's your responsibility. As a captain, you command dozens of men, made soldiers, associates, informants. Everyone below you feeds upward. Every week your envelope to the boss reaches $200,000 or more. Your personal earnings climb into the 7 figures annually, but money stops mattering. Influence becomes the real currency. You can shut down a construction project with one phone call. You can erase parking tickets, move shipments through customs, make investigations disappear. But power attracts attention. Federal agents start appearing near your restaurants. Phones click with static. You learn new rules. Never say names. Never discuss business in cars. Never keep records. Paranoia becomes routine. You also start noticing something else. Friends outside the family slowly vanish. They're liabilities. The only people you trust now are men capable of killing for you. And that realization sits heavier every year. Level 6. The Underboss. The boss calls you to his house at midnight. Only 2 other men are present, the consigliere and the boss himself. You're running things now, he says. You become the Underboss. Second in command of the entire family. Hundreds of men indirectly answer to you. Your job isn't street operations anymore. It's balance. You settle disputes between captains. You approve major deals. You decide which problems require violence and which require diplomacy. Most importantly, you protect the boss. If law enforcement targets him, They hit you first, so you operate carefully. Meetings happen in rotating locations. Conversations occur during loud dinners where microphones struggle to isolate voices. You control billions in underground revenue streams. Casinos, labor unions, shipping contracts, international smuggling routes. Your decisions ripple across entire cities. But something unexpected happens at this level. You feel tired, because every face around you hides ambition. Every captain wonders if he could take your seat. Trust becomes rare. Sleep becomes shorter. Your phone never stops ringing, and you begin understanding a truth few outsiders see. The higher you climb, the smaller your world becomes. Level 7. The Boss. The old boss dies quietly in a hospital bed. No ceremony. Just a meeting the next day. 3 captains vote. The decision is unanimous. You become the boss. Officially. Everything flows through you now. Every dollar, every dispute, every act of violence. The city whispers your name with a mixture of fear and respect, but your life becomes strangely limited. You rarely leave safe houses. Public appearances shrink to carefully staged dinners. You don't carry weapons anymore. Others carry them for you. Your real power now lies in decisions. A signature on a piece of paper can redirect $10 million in contracts. A single sentence can end a man's life. You rule quietly, because attention kills bosses. But ruling also means sacrifice. You miss weddings, birthdays. Entire years blur together in guarded rooms and silent negotiations. Your identity dissolves into the role. You're no longer a man, you're the system. And the system must survive, even if you don't. Level 8. The Architect. Time changes the shape of power. After 20 years as boss, your presence becomes myth more than reality. You rarely appear in person. Orders travel through layers of trusted men. Your name becomes a shadow behind every decision. The empire now spans cities. Legitimate businesses hide illegal ones beneath polished surfaces. Money moves through offshore accounts, real estate portfolios, and shell corporations. Billions circulate without ever touching your hands. You sit in a quiet house overlooking the water. Most days pass in silence. Security watches the road. Visitors arrive only when summoned. Power at this level feels different, not exciting. Heavy. You know every secret inside the family. Every betrayal. Every weakness. Every man who secretly dreams of your chair. You also know the cost. Friends buried, enemies erased, years traded for control that never truly feels permanent. Sometimes at night you walk to the window and watch the city lights. Everything down there moves because of choices you made, and yet none of it belongs to you. Because this system doesn't allow ownership, only stewardship. You hold the throne until someone else does. The illusion of control fades slowly, but it fades. And one evening, news reaches you about a new kid running envelopes for a local crew. Reliable, quiet, doesn't ask questions. You hear the report and nod once, because you know exactly where his road leads. Somewhere in the city, a door just closed behind him. He thinks he's delivering an envelope. He doesn't know he just stepped into the first level. But you do. And the system is always waiting for the next one.